Give me some.
Roy Benavidez. All right, you're not going to believe this one. Okay, Roy Benavidez. He's in Vietnam. He's a Texan, and he's sitting on a forward base, and he listens to a Special Forces ODA. He's a Green Beret getting a gunfight. He's like, whoop, this sounds bad. Helicopter goes in to try to get some dudes. He gets scuffed up, comes back with a bunch of bullet holes, and Roy runs up to the helicopter. He's like, hey, I'm going to go with you. Take me back in there. He throws a bunch of guns and ammo in there. The helicopter takes off.
On his own.
On his own. Flies him back to where the ODA has almost all been massacred. He goes, starts leading the remaining men that are all busted up. All of them are wounded. Most of them are dead. He gets them to start fighting back the Viet Cong and starts pushing them back. He gets all of them in together, and they start surviving for a little bit. Helicopters are trying to come get them out. Through the course of it, I think he gets like 70, 80, or 90 bullet wounds, fragmentation from grenades, and bayonet wounds. He kills a dude with a rock, kills a dude with a bayonet. There's a portion where one of the helicopters is trying to take off, but it has so much they overload it with the wounded and dead. He's running alongside of it with a machine gun, providing support with his body and a machine gun laying down supporting fire as this helicopter's trying to take off. Helicopter comes back again. He gets the last remaining bits of equipment. He gets the last few men back onto the helicopter. He's the last guy to come. He gets jumped, gets stabbed with the bayonet, takes the bayonet out, kills the dude, kills a couple more dudes, hops in the helicopter and falls over. The helicopter lands. He's covered in blood. He's covered in mud. And they're like, this dude's dead. They throw him in a dead body bag so they can throw him in the morgue. And as they're zipping the thing up, he goes, and he spits in the doctor's face. He couldn't talk. He'd been so wounded. There's nothing that he could do besides spit on this dude to let him know that he was still alive. He's like, oh my God, Roy Benavidez is still alive. That's a good one. You know Shughart and Gordon?
No.
Black Hawk Down?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do this without crying.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck.
You're familiar with the Black Hawk Down, Battle of Mogadishu. They're in there to get this terrorist leader. And the plan was for Delta Force to come in on top of this building. The Rangers come up to create a security perimeter around this building, while they find the bad guy inside, move him to the vehicles, and they all drive out together. That was the plan. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face. Guys get in, they get the bad guy, Rangers arrive, helicopter gets struck by an RPG in the tail, helicopter crashes. This then begins this horrific battle against a bunch of different terrorist organizations, all trying to kill the Rangers and Delta Force that are now trapped in Mogadishu. And this is a fight. 30, 40 to 1 odds in ratio between terrorists to American operators. Shughat and Gordon are two Special Forces snipers that are in a helicopter providing overwatch. One of the helicopters that gets shot and crashes is getting overrun by all of these insurgent militia terrorists. They see on the ground that this helicopter, that some of the people inside of it survived the crash. And they see small arms fire. They see flashes from these guys trying to protect themselves. They get on the radio and they're like, General, we'd like permission to go in and protect these guys. If we don't get down there, they're going to get overrun. We can see everything. The general's like, negative. You do not have permission. You cannot be put on the ground. And they're like, understood.
Why did they not give permission?
So they call again 5 minutes later. They're like, if we don't get on the ground right now, everybody in that helicopter is going to die. The general's like, no, denied. You cannot go down there. You see better than we can that there's no way for us to get you out. If you go on the ground, it's just going to add to the problem. It's 2 more people. They get a third time. Sir, with your permission, please allow us to get on the ground. We will fight to the helicopter. We will create a security perimeter around these guys, and we will protect them until we get a time to get these guys out. The general's like, I don't know when that's going to be. If you go on the ground, I can't send the Rangers to you. I have no more helicopters to send to you. I have no resources to go and rescue the people in that helicopter. And Durant, an amazing book, the pilot that was in that helicopter, he tells in his book the most dangerous time to be taken captive is like the first few minutes. There's like this bloodlust, this like rampant rage. So the helicopter crashes, right? And like, think like you're an insurgent, you're a terrorist on the ground.
We got him.
We got him, right? Like you're rushing in, you're just killing everything. So like there has to be this lull if anybody has a chance to survive. So Shughart and Gordon talk the general after 3 efforts into putting them on the ground. These 2 Delta Force Special Forces snipers from like the school that I went to, it's the best sniper school on the planet. These dudes fight from their info point to the helicopter and they kill literally everybody. Like if there was anybody within 200 meters that was holding a gun, they went on the ground leaky of blood and dead. They get to the helicopter, and this is all explained in Durant's book because he was the one that survived. He was the one that they went to rescue. He was the one that they ultimately gave their life to save, and they did just that. They grab him, they drag him out of the helicopter, they bring him into the building, and then they go back out to the helicopter. They give him an MP5, and they say, anybody that comes in behind us, stop them because we're going to fight to slow, because they're like this big, huge surge, like this, like you've seen like where riots kind of start getting that energy and like people start pulsing.
Fever.
Yeah. So that fever is there and they're just trying to keep it at bay. And they run out of rifle ammo. They start acquiring weapons off the ground and they run out of that ammo and they end up with pistols and they're like bare knuckle fighting these guys and shooting the remaining pistol rounds as they have before ultimately they're both killed. And they save his life. And Shugart and Gordon knew, and this is the hard one. They knew they were going to die. Like there's not a way that you're sitting in a helicopter like that and they're like, we'll survive this. When that question is, there's no greater thing than to lay your life down for another. Service, right? Here we are, full circle. They knew that they were going to die for the chance to save a dude. And I've asked myself this question 1,000 times, like, what would I do? And I don't know. Shugart and Gordon. Pretty rad men.